Good evening to DeFiChain News on the 12th October 2022. The news show that provides you with the latest updates on the DeFiChain project. If you like the show, then let's go crazy on the like button. It helps the project, subscribe and click the bell button. And stay until the end because we will talk about the next shows and dates. But before we start, I would like to welcome my co-moderator and expert of DeFiChain, Lord Mark, today with a special background. Because you are not at home. Really great. Welcome to the show.
Good evening. How are you?
Fine. And you? Traveling was
All
good?
good. All good. Yes, very relaxed. But sitting in a hotel room here, so no green screen, a little bit easier and simpler setup. I hope all works, but so far
Sure.
it looks okay.
The
Cool.
content is the thing we want to present here and not the background. So thanks for joining.
That's right. That's right.
And
Yeah, very welcome.
I would say we jump into the headlines and then to the topics of today.
Yeah, let's do
So,
that.
headlines. What we have today. Also the title of the show, DeFi Meta Chain Accelerator Program. We will give you some details about this CFP. We will talk about the dUSD burn bot, which is currently live and burning dUSD. An update of the DeFiChain Lightwallet, our regular point. Notable mentions is also in this show. Community project and the updates and the future dates at the end. So, back to you. Then, DeFi Meta Chain Accelerator Program, millions for DeFiChain, our headline of the show.
Unbelievable. So much money. Yeah.
Tell us.
Good. Let's talk a little bit about that. So, like you said, it's our headline today, right? So, there's a big plan from the Burster research team. They want to really support the DeFi Meta Chain. They said they're going to put so much effort into developing DeFi Meta Chain. Now, of course, we need the necessary marketing support. It's very important to say that this is a cooperation between the community and further with Cake. So both are playing a very essential part in bringing this new project or the support for this project into reality. The idea is the following. It's kind of how can I say, it's kind of a competition. So people can come in, build something on DeFi Meta Chain, and then can earn rewards for doing so. The idea is everything starts with the DMC Hackathon. The DMC Hackathon is funded through a CFP that was voted on before already. And then there's going to be a launch pad and a launch pool where we don't need a CFP for it. And then is this so-called DeFi Meta Chain Accelerator Program starting that doesn't really have to do so much with the accelerator team, but it should also accelerate the DeFi Meta Chain as a technology. So how does that work? There's going to be several rounds, 2 rounds per year, and every round has 3 phases. In the first phase, infinite number of projects can come in. At the end of phase 1, there should be 20 projects that are nominated to proceed into the next round. There's no prize money at that point in time. But then out of these 20 projects, they're going to be kind of eliminated 10 and 10 proceed to the next round and they get 10,000 DFI as prize money already. That leaves us with 10 and these 10 go into the third round. And out of this third round, we're going to figure out the 5 best projects. And every one of these 5 projects gets actually as prize money 100,000 DFI. Furthermore, these 5 projects then have the possibility to pitch to the Cake Venture Capital Fund. So the Cake Venture Capital Fund was actually set up to invest in promising crypto projects. And Cake's idea was actually to find projects all over the crypto space. But now they said DeFi Meta Chain is a very important topic, and they believe that DeFi chain is the best projects out there. So they really want to focus and invest in teams who build on DeFi Meta Chain and doubling down actually on their in their home territory. What I think is a really, really nice message, because it shows they're not trying to hedge their bets. They really want to double down on DeFi chain. Yeah, that's how it works. So that means that CFP that needs about 10 million DFI is really needed to provide prize money for the competition. And after the rounds where the prize money is paid out, then Cake comes in and has a very close look. Are these projects really worth for further funding? And then they come in with the big money and support these projects to grow. So both benefit, DeFi chain and the community, and all the investors, of course, benefit, because Cake is going to provide a lot of financial resources, and this is hopefully going to attract a lot of teams to come in who want to build on DeFi Meta Chain. And I think that's very, very important, because it's a fantastic technology. And of course, if you show the big money, then the people are coming and building. That's a fact, right? And it's going to be very, very attractive. Not only it's cool tech, but you can also earn a lot of money, or you can build something, or even build a new company or whatever. Yeah, sounds like a fantastic idea.
Okay, one question to you. So I'm now afraid that 10 million DeFi will directly be thrown on the market and crash the DeFi price. Will it happen?
Very good question. No, this is not going to happen like this. First of all, the 10 million are spread out over a phase, over a time, over several years. So we're going to need 1.2 million DFI per year, and they are also spread out over several phases, over 2 rounds. So it's going to be a constant flow of DFI going to these projects. So nobody has to worry that the 10 million DFI gonna thrown on the market and crash the price. They're gonna kind of vest over the next couple of years. So I don't see a big sell pressure on the price because of that. I actually see that a lot of new money is coming in, because there's one condition: we are only going into year 2 and 3 if more total value gets locked up on DeFi chain. So these are DeFi projects most likely that come in. They're gonna help us to secure more funds on the DEX or wherever. And if that really happens, then the next round gets initiated. So no worries. It's not $10 million on the DEX that's gonna be sold. Very good question, actually.
Yeah,
Could be a concerning situation, but that's not what's gonna happen.
correct. Everyone should keep in mind years is the time frame, not days or weeks. So also the result is over the years. So we build projects and the growth over years. Yeah, that's not 100 million to now push DeFi chain in 2 weeks to place 20 in CoinMarketCap. No, we want to grow in a very good way to build and bring benefit to everyone using DeFi Meta Chain. That's the goal.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Very good point.
fine, thanks. Then our second topic, dUSD burn bot. So tell us a little bit
Yeah.
what's here.
This was one of the topics in one of the last shows, right? We said a couple of the rewards. So there was a proposal by 2 gentlemen. It was Andreas and Figo, I think. They said, why do we not use part of the rewards that are paid out in the DFI DUSD pool and kind of use them to buy DUSD and to burn DUSD? And that should actually help to reduce the algo ratio, or the ratio of the algo DUSD in the system. And so far, 10% of the D token are now distributed to the burn bot. Funny enough is that even the rewards in the DFI DUSD pool are dropping. And you mentioned it before, the APR is not so high anymore. We are about that. I think you mentioned something around 15%. If I understood that correctly, people are still not really leaving the pool. It would actually have a good side effect if people would leave the pool a little bit, because if the pool gets smaller, it would become a little bit more agile and not so rigid anymore. But people seem to be quite happy in that pool, even with less APR. And over the next couple of days, every 5 days, the percentage is gonna drop by another 1%. So let's see what's gonna happen over the next couple of days. So far, 40,000 DFI have been sold to buy dUSD, and these dUSD have been burned. So let's see what the next couple of days and weeks are gonna bring.
Yeah. So the number will increase now even more, and the bot is not running for 1 week so far. So yeah, we
That's
will
right.
see
When
more.
when did it when did it start? We
On
spoke about
Friday.
it last week.
On
On
Friday.
Friday it started. Yeah. Okay. 5 days, right? Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, 5 days so far. Okay.
Okay. Then we have an update on the DeFiChain Lightwallet. We mentioned version 2.7.0, and we recognized on the Google Play Store there's already a new update, but now we are talking about the old version. What happened
Okay.
there?
So everybody who is using the right system, using an iPhone, is still okay. We are still on 2.7. Only on the Android Play Store, we are already on 2.8. Yeah, they revamped the design. We told you a couple of weeks ago they have a stage plan where they kind of gonna pimp up the design a little bit, make everything look nicer and make it a little bit more intuitive. So that's what they've done. They also added a USDC and USD as currency display options on the portfolio. They also added Gate.io, one of the top 10 exchanges that we've been listed on the DeFi marketplace. So the best is just keep an eye on it. Most likely, if it's rolled out on Android today already, then it's gonna be on Apple tomorrow. So yeah, just keep your phone updated. Then you're also always gonna be on the latest version of the wallet. I think there's not much change in new features. Is more or less at the moment all a revamp of design, and yeah, it just looks nicer, feels better, and is everything a little bit more easier to use.
Really great, yes. Then notable mentions also today we have 3 points. Let us know.
Yeah, yeah. There are really three things, and you also gonna support this with links in the show notes. So there was a video from the Sickos. So the Sickos is a kind of an upcoming YouTube channel. They've got so far only 70,000 followers, but he reminds me a lot about Dude Perfect and something like this. So they're very crazy and they do a lot of unconventional things. And there's a cooperation ongoing between the accelerator, the marketing team, and DeFiChain. There's a little bit of product placement, and DeFiChain is mentioned because they support a good cause and they sponsor something in the video. It's really interesting videos that they created. Video is gonna end up in a link in the show notes. The second one is there's the coin market airdrop is finally started. So what is this airdrop? For this airdrop, you have to fulfill a couple of criteria. I think you have to download the DeFiChain Lightwallet. You have to sign up to the official pages, and when you fulfill all these criteria, then you take part in this airdrop. So it's not one of these conventional ones. You hold DFI somewhere and you get DFI. It's more really we wanna bring new people to the ecosystem and wanna show them what DeFiChain is capable of. Link's gonna be in the show notes. And last but not least, there was a DeFiChain guide posted on CoinGecko. Links are gonna be in the show note. The story is what is DeFiChain and DeFiChain as a cryptocurrency and as a blockchain explained. Yeah, check that out. It's a nice read. And
Yep. Links will be posted later under the show. So, are you
thank
back?
you very much.
Okay. Then last week we had a big show regarding our community project and the update. So today we will miss this part, or also something happened now again?
Always something happens. The community never sleeps. Not so active this week than last week, but DeFiChain income is back. Igor added the new pools that have been listed recently on his fantastic tool that you can track now also if you invested in the latest pools. How much do you earn there? What's your cash flow there? So if you are not using DeFiChain income yet, then install it. Great tool to check what you're earning on DeFiChain. Then Amanita Muscaria, a really tricky name, is doing a DeFiChain poker night. So he is very famous for his NFTs and for his really nice and colorful pictures on his Twitter account. His idea was, yeah, why not do a poker night for the DeFiChain community? Follow him on Twitter. This is for sure gonna be so nice, and post also his Twitter link in the show notes, and then you can take part in the Texas Hold'em poker tournament that is gonna happen in the next couple of days. And then there's a new project in town, DeFiChain Trader. I think we spoke about them recently already. They're gonna support all graphs on the DEX. You can see what swaps have been happening in different pools, and they added a new feature called Quick Graph. And Quick Graph should create a graph with historic DEX estimates for any swap on the decentralized exchange. Yeah, link is gonna be in the show notes. They also have a Twitter account. DC is gonna link that up, and then you can get more information about this project.
Yes, all links will be posted later. So after the show, I have to bring my kids to bed, and then I will post the links in the show notes. The one or other is always
Fantastic.
faster than I can be. But before we come to our Q&A session, future dates. So what's happening next here on the channel?
Yeah, quite a lot. I think the highlight absolutely is this week's Tech Talk that you're gonna host tomorrow. I think we mentioned the topics again. Let's repeat them again. It's gonna be DMC, DeFi Meta Chain. Yusin mentioned it's heavy on tech, so that's really something for the engineers out there, for the developers. Then they're gonna speak about the hackathon. That connects very nicely with the story that we've been headlining today about the CFP. Then some other exciting topics. So let's see what they are. And the whole thing's gonna go down tomorrow, if I'm right, 12:30 p.m. So that means Central European time. That's actually in your lunch break again, I guess.
Correct. Lunch break is used.
Lunch break. Then we recorded a new episode of DeFiChain Demystified, this time in German. So actually we've done this one in English already. It was called Why is the dUSD so complicated? Now there's the German version. It's called Warum ist der dUSD so kompliziert? That's gonna air tonight. We recorded it on Monday. Something went wrong on YouTube. So we're gonna deliver that tonight. Kugi explained very nicely what the heck is now going on with dUSD, and why do we need even a dUSD? A couple of people say, why do we not use DFI? So he's gonna clear up a little bit of the mist there. And yeah, of course, next week, news show again on Wednesday.
Thanks. Then we are at the end. Everyone live, stay until a short break. We have some time left for the one or other question, so please put your question in the comment section and we will have a look on. Everyone else, thanks for watching it. Give us a like, this helps the algorithm to find DeFiChain on YouTube, and have a great time till tomorrow. Join our Tech Talk, and then next week the news show. Thanks, Mark, for joining the news show, also not from home. It's always better to do it together than doing it alone. Thanks.
Very welcome. Was not a big problem today. Cool, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice evening, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So here we are, and we have a look. Who is here? Martin is here. Hi. Then a question. What affects?
Peterson is here.
Sure, I come to.
What affects the price of DFI?
Well, what?
That's a good one. I like that.
Then Mark, your turn.
Explain it like I'm 5, please. You think I can do that? No, I think then it becomes really good. What affects the price of DFI? I would say, okay, let's do this in cooperation. I think the overall market affects the price of DFI, right? So if Bitcoin goes up and Bitcoin goes down, the whole market goes up and goes down. Now we can, of course, ask what affects the price of Bitcoin. I think all other asset classes at the moment, or the whole market in general, affects the price of Bitcoin, so it affects the price of DFI. What else affects the price of DFI?
Demand and supply. So if everyone
Okay.
wants DFI and no one wants to sell, the price will go up. If everyone wants to sell DFI and no one wants to buy, the price will go down.
Exactly. We have to do it like a 5-year-old. Okay, so I
If
think
you
that's
don't
far
want
better.
to pay me money for DeFi, the price will go down. If I
Okay.
don't want
So
to sell it to you, the price will go up.
then the price will go up. So if your daddy really wants to have DFI, then mommy has to pay more for it.
Yeah, or for the kid, if DeFi is a chocolate, you will pay more. If it is vegetable, maybe you will pay less.
Exactly. And if more people build projects for DeFi chain, then more people want to have DFI, and then the price will also go
Yeah.
up. And that's why we have this new CFP incoming.
Okay, then
That's
that's
actually
enough.
quite difficult,
Yeah,
right?
it's difficult.
That's a
Yeah.
very good question. That's really difficult. But you should be good at this. You've got kids.
Yeah, but for 5-year-old kids to understand what is driving the price of something, it's really hard. Yeah.
Very difficult.
Okay,
Good
Christian
question.
Pedersen, hello and welcome to the English version. Also expedition from UK, Matthew Unwin is here.
Hello.
Andrea Corsi, Sebastian Benish from Brazil. Great,
Hey.
welcome. Clef is here. And then a question from Christian Pedersen. So, DC, could you ask using tomorrow if the DFI on DeFi Meta Chain is an ERC20 token? So it could trade on a SEX, central exchange. We can ask using, but I think it's not possible because it is ERC20 compatible, but it's not ERC20. So if the standard is, for example, a Microsoft Word document, yeah, you can read it with Microsoft Word, that's possible. But if I save the document on my PC, Mark cannot open it. So Mark, your PC is Ethereum blockchain, my one is DeFi Meta Chain. So if I store it on my chain, you have no access to this ERC20 token. So you will need a kind of bridge to transfer it to Ethereum blockchain. And then it can be transferred to exchange. That's my understanding of DeFi Meta Chain. It's the same format, it's the same standard, but it's the other database. It's not Ethereum.
Okay, interesting one.
I see a
But
lot of question
maybe
marks.
yeah, I'm just thinking, but maybe that's a good one to bring up for using tomorrow, especially because we always talk DeFi Meta Chain should help to bring projects together, right? And to this cross-chain compatibility. And I think it's because the programming language is Solidity, but how this all then connects with tokens on the DeFi Meta Chain, that's a very interesting question.
Yeah. I think this transfer from one to another blockchain is a good point. It's very easy if it is the same format. Yeah, you have not to kind of translate or new format the things. But my understanding is you need some kind of bridge or yeah, this way. Okay. I hope I don't forget it tomorrow. Then next question, would a BTC dUSD and Ethereum dUSD pool increase the dUSD utility? I don't think so. They are just put in this pool. Utility is more the usage of dUSD and additional use case.
Actually have on the crypto, so I think Hugi is always explaining this very nicely, right? So that you see, we have on the one side, we have this crypto sphere, and on the other side, we have the D token universe. And dUSD is actually only used in the D token universe, while everything on the crypto side is always connected to DFI. And that's also kind of a security feature that these things not cross over. So the dUSD really stays on the D token side. And this would become then a kind of a mix between the two systems. I don't know if that would be so healthy. That's just something
But
that comes up.
It's a
in my
valid
head.
question. Yeah? We also introduced the stablecoin pools with US dollar Tether and dUSD. So it's a stablecoin pool. It's the other type of crypto, but it's also a crypto
Good,
dUSD pool.
good,
Yeah?
good,
So
good point. Good point.
maybe we
Actually,
need the
yeah.
help of Kuki and DeFiChain Demystified. Is it helpful to bring up a crypto
Absolutely.
dUSD pool?
What I personally would be a big fan of to get rid of Bitcoin Cash. Honestly, I think that's a pool that's for my personal opinion, and really only my personal opinion, a pool that I would really like to get rid of. I'm not a big fan, but that's a personal thing of Bitcoin Cash. Litecoin, I know there are some fans of Litecoin out there, but yeah, maybe that would be worth a discussion at least, right? Not a decision, but a discussion. Do we want to keep these pools, or do we want to dedicate the rewards to something else? But interesting one. Let's keep that in mind. And yeah, let's ask Hugi why we actually crossed over with dUSD to the stablecoins, that we always said we have this D-token universe and have the crypto universe, and we don't want to mix. Very good point.
Yeah, the intention for the stablecoin pool was a little bit different, to stabilize the dUSD. If you have this $1 pack, it's harder to move out because you are independent of the crypto market. A BTC pool will then move in the same direction more or less than DFI. It's the overall coin. So
And it's supposed to be both stable, right? So dUSD should be $1, USDC should be $1. Maybe that's a different story if we would do this pool with crypto.
yeah. Okay, then supply and demand. That is. So I think that was the discussion. What drives the price?
You nailed it. You nailed it. Yeah.
And feedback
Well done.
with great job. Thanks a lot. That is last comment here. A great comment. Yeah, we are doing it for the community. Yeah, please keep in mind. Post, ask questions, join in the live news show. We are doing it for you, and we hope that it helps and inform you regarding DeFiChain.
Absolutely. Are we actually are the question and answers at the moment in the recording, or are we still
Yeah, I
cutting
think
them?
no, they are in the recording. Yeah. So the question and answers are also in the recording. And Mark, we have to do again this Q&A session where we collect the questions before the show and then answer
We could
all
do
the.
this. The last one is quite a couple. It is a couple of months ago
Yeah,
already, right?
we should
Yeah,
repeat
let's
it.
do that. Let's plan this before end of the year, that we definitely do a second big question and answer session where we collect questions and do a ranking and then see. The last time we did how many questions in 1 hour? I think it was 60 questions in 1 hour or something like this, right?
A lot. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Yeah,
Okay.
but anyway, we are always happy if you give us tricky questions, or also not tricky ones. But they're sometimes really, really, really tough ones, right? Good.
Okay.
Thank you very
Then
much.
we are at the end. Thanks for joining this live stream and raise your questions here. See you next week here again in the news show with new updates about DeFiChain. I'm pretty sure that something will happen in the next 7 days and we can present the information here.
Absolutely.
Mark, enjoy your trip.
Thanks for hosting the show. Thank you very much. And yeah, see you soon. Thank you.
See you soon.
And
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.